What's up guys, Matt back again, and welcome back to another community-driven video. This time, we're going to be ranking our top 10 most desired Masterlise figures for the Dragon Ball video games. Before we dive into today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials for the latest updates and behind-the-scenes content. Check out the description below for helpful links on how and where to buy the products featured in my videos. Also, join our amazing community on Discord. We would love to have you there. And of course, if you're feeling generous, consider becoming a YouTube member. Not only will you support the channel, but you'll have a chance to win brand new Dragon Ball figures every month. As always, I'd like to thank this comment right here for suggesting today's video. A very creative choice, I might add. Guys, if you want your comment featured at the start of videos like this, please make a suggestion down below. I think we only have one more video to do after this, and it would be Dragon Ball Super Broly. So you guys can look forward to that. We might be putting a little bit of a hiatus on this series after that video, as I have a huge backlog of figures that I need to get through and review, and there's sponsors behind a lot of those, so that takes priority. So feel free to make a suggestion in the comments for these videos, but just keep in mind it may be maybe a couple months before we bring this series back. But with all that out of the way, the Dragon Ball video games, man, I like a lot of Dragon Ball video games. I grew up playing so many, between Legacy of Goku, the Budokai series, the Tenkaichi series, Shin Budokai, so many games. Obviously, in the later years, you have your Xenoverse, you have your Dragon Ball Fighters, you have your Kakarots, you have the Breakers, you have Sparking Zero, all that great stuff. So we're going to be kind of going as far wide as we can to cover a lot of these. Mobile games are included, don't worry. So yeah, we're going to talk about quite a few different characters in here. I'm more familiar with some than others, so if I'm pretty brief in my desire behind them, keep that in mind. This also was not a community-driven video holistically, where usually we did like a whole vote and we broke down what characters we wanted in our top 10 together on our Discord server. I just picked these 10 out myself just because I don't think there was a big pool of different characters for us to choose from. So without further ado, let's begin, starting with Android 21, and we are doing Lab Coat Android 21. Now this is a character I'm familiar with because I played Fighters when it came out. I'm really bad at Fighters. I'm better at games like Smash Brothers rather than Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom, but I love Dragon Ball, so I tried. But Android 21 is just an amazing design, dude. Just a great design from Toriyama and a really cool concept of a character to include in Dragon Ball Fighters. I will admit the story mode in Dragon Ball Fighters, not that great, but it is cool to see her character referenced in DBS Superhero because she's Dr. Gero's wife and the mother of Android 16, or at least Android 16's human form. So very cool. Again, I love her design. Shout out to my Gooner boys. So yeah, very, very sexy, very cute. It would be awesome to see her. She has had Ichiban Kuji figures and other Crane figures and Mega House figures done in the past, but never got a Masterlise of her. So I really do hope that Bandai recognizes, since they published the Fighters game with Arc System Works, they would recognize Android 21's popularity and consider doing a Masterlise of her. We have a Masterlise of Shallot, so why not do one of her? So yeah, Android 21, definitely one of my top choices on this list. And speaking of which, we talked about Shallot. So Dragon Ball Legends, hey, it's a hugely popular game. I played it for maybe 3 to 4 months a couple of years ago. I think it was during Legends Fest when they did the Kaioken times 20 Goku with the Vegeta Blue Evolution tag team character. I thought that was very cool. And then I kind of dropped out after the Ultra Instinct signed Goku came out, and I lost interest. But I can see the appeal. Dragon Ball Legends is very cool, but Shallot is a very cool character. He's probably already on the screen. You see it here. We have a Dragon Ball Legends Shallot Masterlise already. Not one of my favorites, especially because he's on that base. But they could do Super Saiyan God, which I know is a form that he takes in the game, among other forms that he has. And frankly, Super Saiyan God is a very cool form. I think it would mesh perfectly with Shallot, so I think that would look very cool as a figure. We don't get a lot of Super Saiyan God figures in general, so why not do one with Shallot? Another character from Dragon Ball Legends is Giblet. I think it's Giblet, right? I'm pretty sure that's his name. And he's like Shallot's brother, I believe. I didn't pay that much attention in the story mode. It kind of just spammed. So, but I believe Giblet is his name. And he kind of has that like masked Saiyan slash a warrior in black from Super Dragon Ball Heroes vibe to him, where he's cloaked, he's mysterious, he's kind of like a dark Saiyan. So yeah, and he's very closely related to Shallot, so I think it would be interesting to see someone that's closely related to Shallot come out in figure form. So I know Dragon Ball Legends, like I said, is still huge, it's still popular, so I don't see why Bandai can't revisit the series within the Masterlise line. I'm sure people would still appreciate it, and now is the best time, better time than any, to introduce Dragon Ball Legends into Masterlise again. So if you are, why not dig into the unique characters you've made in that game? All right, you have Shallot and you have Giblet, and in these games they fuse into Shallot, but not with an O, it has a E. Very stupid name. I think it's an awful name for a fused character, because like if you're trying to Google for it, it's like, okay. But yeah, Shallot and Shallot, the fused Shallot, is a character, and I think it would be awesome to see them as a Super Saiyan God. There's a lot of Super Saiyan God in this list, just because it's just an underrated form. It doesn't get a lot of stuff, and I think it would look really cool. Both of them fused. They also have their tail, which looks very unique, especially with Super Saiyan God, almost kind of like a Super Saiyan 4 in a way, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's so cool, and it is, kind of unique. Like I said, Dragon Ball Legends, it's super popular, so why not give them some exclusive forms and characters, especially like the two most iconic characters from Legends, throw them both together in their fused forms. Make a whole Kuji about both of them and the fused warrior. All right, I might as well get this one out of the way. I also have Super Saiyan God Giblet, so just wanted to include him on here. The choices that I saw, honestly, not that many cool and creative characters in my opinion, but I think having Giblet on here, again, Legends is popular. If you're gonna have God Shallot, put him alongside God Giblet, and then put the God fused warrior in there. And if you want to like also throw in like a lazy slight recycle of Giblet and his base form with the hood on, that would be a cool addition. But yeah, I wanted to show some love for Legends, because I know a lot of people are passionate about it and they would love to see them as Masterlise figures. All right, time for me to dig up some of my boomer vibes. Back in Budokai 2 on the PS2, you got to see some what if fusions of characters, and one of them was Tiencha. Tensha is super cool. Yamcha and Ten are like I feel like they are kind of cut from the same cloth. They had a little bit of a rivalry in OG Dragon Ball, like albeit brief, but I think a lot of people do associate the characters together, clearly to the point where Bandai is making what if fusions of both of them together. This feels like somewhat inspired from the first Budokai game when Cell absorbs both of them, or is that from the second Budokai game? Maybe they fused in a different Budokai. Now I'm confused. But either way, Tensha is a cool little nod to older Dragon Ball games. I don't know if he shows up in any newer ones. You guys can let me know down in the comment section below. But yeah, Tensha would be awesome to see. It's a very unique fusion and a awesome nod to the older games. All right, we're back with my Gooner bros, Towa. Yes, Super Dragon Ball Heroes is technically a video game. It is a arcade card game in Japan. It was discontinued and replaced with Dragon Ball Super Divers, which looks like it's about to get discontinued because it utterly failed because everybody wanted Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Anyways, Towa, and she appears in a lot of different video games, so if you want to make her a Xenoverse rep or something like that, you can do that too. Xenoverse is incredibly successful. I think it's the best-selling Dragon Ball game of all time, if I'm not mistaken. So, of course, you want to acknowledge Towa in there. And Towa's design is, it's like Diet Arinsu. They're also cut from the same cloth. So yeah, seeing Towa in there, I don't know too much about her other than She's, you know, a demon, and she's a Majin, so I just think she's hot. So yeah, make a figure of her. And of course, you can't have Toa without Mira. Mira is, isn't he like Dabra's brother or something like that? I don't know. I don't remember anything about these characters, and I'm supposed to be the Dragon Ball guy. I know, fraud. But either way, Mira is such a cool character from a design standpoint. I think he would be really interesting to see. And like I just said, if you're going to have Toa in an Ichiban Kuji as a Masterlise, you're likely going to have Mira. I think he has like a transform state too. I think he absorbs Toa or something like that. I don't know. It's weird. But I only included his base form as it's the more iconic one and the one that we see most often. All right, we got 2 left on this list, and the next one is my most desired on this entire list, and it is Android 21, but Majin Android 21. Obviously, of course, I'm not going to neglect Majin 21. She's just hot, but she's so cool. Like, her abilities are so cool in Dragon Ball FighterZ, how she's able to steal techniques from you. Her whole thing about, like, you know, obviously wanting to turn people into candy, just like Majin Buu. And then, like, when she's biting you, if you're not KO'd yet, she'll like spit you out. She just has so much personality and style and flair. And an android that's also like using cells from Majin Buu is really, really interesting. It would have, frankly, I think superheroes should have done that instead of Cell Max. I think that would have been a way cooler nod to, you know, something that Dragon Ball fans really like. But either way, she does have an Ichiban Kuji figure, just not a Masterlise. So it would be awesome for Bandai to revisit it and give her a proper Masterlise that people would love. And finally, we have Banyu. Banyu? I think her name is Banyu. This is Jace's sister. She was a special character added in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I don't know much about her. I know she had some side missions in the game when I was playing it. And she just basically looks like thick Jace with giant boobs. So you know what? If you like thick women with giant boobs, whatever, man. Like, that's for you. There you go. All right, that was a really weird list, but if you made it this far in the video and you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to join our growing community of collectors and enthusiasts just like you, check the Discord link in the description below. You can join on in for free. And if you want to go even further beyond in supporting the channel, consider becoming a YouTube member at $3 a month, or you can drop a super thanks on this video. Anything you want to do, it would be greatly appreciated here on the channel. And if you want to go even further beyond that and take part in our regular monthly giveaway that we do in a live stream at the end of every single month, you can become a $10, $15, or $20 member. All of those memberships get a slot or a ticket in our monthly giveaway for Crane figures, Ichiban Kuji figures, or entire Ichiban Kuji sets. But I think that's all I got for you guys today. So until the next video, I will see you all later.